Presentation OTHM Level 3 Foundation Diploma for Higher Education Studies. Foundation Computing presented by Dihan Mahi. Registration ID 231124204. Contents 2.1 Identify internal components of a central processing unit CPU. 2.2 Explain the function of a CPU. 2.3 Explain how computer hardware components work together. 2.4 Identify different types of storage media and explain the use of each with reference to the purpose. Contents 3.1 Explain how data is represented in computer system. 3.2 Explain how encryption can be used to represent data. 3.3 Describe how images and sounds are represented in computer system. 3.4 Explain how compression can aid the storage of data, image or sound. 3.5 Describe the purpose of logic gates. Contains 4.1 Describe the purpose of different types of computer network. 4.2 Describe the hardware, software and transmission media used in computer network. 4.3 Identify a range of World Wide Web technologies. 4.4 Describe the purpose of different types of computer network topology. Introduction. A computer is a digital electronic machine that can be programmed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logic operation computer automatically. Modern computer can perform generic set of operation known as program. These programs enable computers to perform a wide range of tasks. A computer system is a complete computer that includes that hardware, operating system, main software and peripheral equipment needed and used for full operation. 2.1 Identify internal computer components of a central processing unit CPU. The central processing unit CPU consists of 6 main components. 1. Control unit CPU. 2. Arithmetic logic unit ALU. 3. Registers. 4. H. 5. Buses. 6. Clock. 2.2 Explain the function of a CPU. Function of the memory unit are: it stores all the data and the instruction required of processing. It stores intermediate result of processing. Function of control unit are: it is responsible for controlling the transfer of data and instruction among other units of a computer. It manages and coordinates all the units of the computer. 2.3 How computer hardware components work together. CPU, or Central Processing Unit, considered the most important component in a computer, and for good reason. It handles most operations that make it function. By processing instruction and giving signal out to other components, the CPU is the main bridge between all the computer's major parts. RAM, Random Access Memory, or RAM for short, is a computer component where data used by the operating system and software application store data so that the CPU and processes them quickly. Everything stored on RAM is lost if the computer is shut off. Depending on the application you use, there is typically maximum limit or RAM you will need for the computer or to function properly. Motherboard. There is no acronym for this component, but without it there can't be a computer. The motherboard acts as the home for all other components, allows them to communicate with each other and gives them power in order to function. 2.4. Identify different types of storage media and explain the use of each with reference to the purpose. 1. Hard disk drive HDD. 2. Magnetic card stripe. 3. Tape. 4. Floppy disk. Type of a storage media picture. 3.1. Explain how data is represented in computer system. Electronic components such as microprocessor are made up of millions of electronic circuits. The ability of high voltage on in these circuits of interpreted as while a long voltage of in interpreted as zero. This concept can be compared to switching on and off an electronic circuit. When the switch is closed, the high voltage in the circuit causes the bulb to light one state. On the other hand, when the switch is open, the bulb goes off zero state. This is forms and basis for describing data represented in digital computer using the binary number system. 3.2. Explain how encryption can be used to represent data. Data encryption translates data into another form or code so that only people with access to the secret key, formerly called a description key or password, can read it. Encrypted data is commonly referred to as ciphertext, while unencrypted data is called plaintext. 3.3. Describe how image and sound are represented in computer system. Representing image. Image also need to be converted into binary in order for a computer to process them so that they can be seen on our screen. Digital images are made up of pixels Each pixels in an image is made up of binary numbers representing sound. Sound needs to be converted into binary for computer to be able to process into though this sound is captured usually by a microphone and then converted into a digital signal. 3.4. Explain how compression can aid the storage of data, image or sound. Data compression can be expressed as a decrease in the number of bits required to illustrate data. Compressing data can conserve storage capacity, accelerate file transfer, and minimize cost for hardware, storage, and network capacity. 3.5. Describe the purpose of logic gates. Purpose of logic gates are mentioned below. It is used in contrasting alarms. It is used in push-button lock circuit. It is used in traffic light controller. Logic gate symbols. Different type of computer network. LAN, local area network. Local area network is a group of computers connected to each other in a small area such as building office. WAN, wide area network. A wide area network is a network that extends over a large geographical area such as states or countries. Different type of computer network symbol. And transport media used in computer network. Computer network components comprise both physical parts as well as the software required for installing computer network both a organization and at home. The hardware components are the server, client for transmission medium, and connecting device. The software components are operating system and protocols. 4.3. Identify a range of World Wide Web technologies. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard building blocks of HTML package. HTML elements are represented by tags. URL stands for Uniform Resource Located. A URL is nothing more than the address of a given unique resource on the web. In there, each value URL points to be a unique resource. Such resources can be a HTML page, a CSS document, an image, etc. In practice, there are some expressions, the most common being a URL pointing to be a resource that no longer exists or that has moved. Thank you.